Yes guys, welcome back to the FK Sports channel. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 1 on Derby Day. Don't forget to drop a comment, boys. Let me know how you seen the game, how you thought it played out. But obviously, as a United fan, I am just massively disappointed. It's the hope that kills you. It's the hope that kills you. I mean, getting that lead in the game. I mean, if City go and do what they did this in previous seasons and just win the game like 3 or 4-0, it nearly doesn't hurt as much. It's just, you know, the fact that we got that early goal. I said it earlier in the week, boys. The first goal in this game was crucial. We got that. You know, United got that. Rashford, I mean, what a strike. Had the interview earlier in the week, and he's right to be called out for his performance this season because Rashford has not been anywhere near the level of player that he can be, and let alone the performances. The effort doesn't seem to be there either. But today, obviously, he didn't really do much, but the goal was absolutely incredible. But today, looking at the way City play and the way they always play, we knew the pattern of the game. The pattern of the game was very obvious in the first minute. You know, City dominating the ball. You know, the possession was all there for them. We didn't touch the ball in the first 3 minutes. And to be fair, after their second goal later in the game, which we'll get onto in a second, we didn't really touch the ball again. And that type of game suits Rashford. From a United perspective, obviously we knew our obvious threat going into the game was obviously going to be on the counter. And so a game like that can suit Rashford because of his pace on the break. He had that second, half chance that didn't even turn into a chance. But the ball, I think Ruben Diaz slips. He has he just has to head that ahead of him and then use the legs to get forward. And he had a 4 or 5 yard gap. Now Walker's flying, of course, but you'd back Rashford over to have a 5 yard start and make it to the penalty box and have a shot with a one-on-one with Ederson. So the first touch there was crucial. He didn't take it well at all, and obviously the chance kind of faded out. Walker caught him up, but yeah, that was the one that got away in this game because that could if he did that. Better touch there, and he's in one-on-one with Ederson, and it could have been 2-0. The more and more the game went, though, boys, I think 25 minutes in, it was obvious then the pattern, the game was really, really set. The longer the first half went on, we didn't create as many chances. Even when I said chances, I mean even half chances, because that's what we're, as United fans, that's what we're counting in a game like City, right? We're not expecting very many clear cuts, but I felt 25 minutes in after that, the amount of times we were even progressing into City's half got less and less and less. We know the way this City team plays and the way they always, they always work that extra opportunity, that extra pass. They wear teams out. Whether it's, going to the byline, cutting back, overlapping runs, their fullbacks getting forward, crosses into the box for Haaland. Sometimes it's like a secondary cross. For example, the massive miss from Haaland on half-time. Ball went back post. I think it was Foden or Bernardo Silva headed it back across the goal. So it's nearly like cross, then cross back in with a head, right across 6 yard box. Haaland, I have no idea how he misses it. How Haaland missed that, I have absolutely no idea. I looked away as soon as I'd seen the ball come in. I thought it's 1-1. I was getting myself ready for half time, thinking, right, we're going in to draw. Don't know how he missed it. But as I say, it was evident then to me. I knew, the pattern of play that City were going to have, and I knew that it was going to continue through the second half. I think 1-0 at half-time, though, we got in. I did think, second half, though, boys, I knew it was crucial, for these players not to lose their mentality. I like the fact that we scored earlier in the game. I think it was 8th minute from Rashford. Time's gone by, in previous games and previous seasons, these players, they get a goal up, and sometimes they kind of get too overjoyed in the moment, and they don't put their focus in, and then we end up conceding to the likes of a Liverpool or Man City, or, pretty much soon after our goal. I'm happy the fact that we didn't do that today. We made it to half-time, albeit with that massive chance at half-time for Haaland being missed. But we made it to half-time at 1-0. Then we all knew as United fans, second half, we need to come out and just try and... We knew City were going to absolutely throw everything at us. We're in a title race with Liverpool and Arsenal. They can't afford to be dropping points, especially City play Liverpool next weekend. So they knew they had to win. They needed 2 goals. I knew at the second half, though, I thought there's 2 things we got to do if we want to get something out of this game. I had something in the back of my head telling me we still need another goal, which was obviously proven to be true. And second of all, I knew we needed to start the second half well and not concede in the first 10 minutes, which unfortunately we did. Phil Foden, it's a great strike. I gotta say. I think Ten Hag got booked. Ten Hag was booked, I think. He thought Rashford was fouled by Walker. I mean, I can have all the United bias in the world, but that is not a foul. Walker's the foul back there. He gives Rashford like a tug on the arm. It's not a foul. That was in the lead up to City's equaliser, I think it was. But no, never a foul for me. City go up the other end, they score, and yeah, 1-1, game is on. And we knew then, I thought, right, it's going to be a test of our players' character now. Can they hold the game at 1-1, or is the head's going to drop? But as I said earlier, the pattern of the game was already set. Very, very little attacks from United in the second half. I want to give a big shout out, though, and it's very rare that you'll say this, conceding 3 goals. To be honest, I think our defence played really, really well today. I think Casemiro was great as well. I think the weird thing about today's game was none of our players played absolutely awful, in my opinion. I don't think it was one of those games. I mean, considering we knew the pattern of the game was already set and that we can't go toe-to-toe with City and that these players were going to have to, it's a defense against attack job, essentially, with the odd counter-attack from United. We knew the pattern of the game was set early on, right? So, considering all of that and the opposition we're playing, I think our team didn't play too bad today as a whole. I think Casemiro won a few big tackles in the midfield. The amount of times I've seen like the likes of Delo, Varane, be composed in the box, clear the ball out, or head the ball out, block, slide tackles, clearances, just everything, right? They put in some effort, and I got to give them that, man, because I think there's other games where you think our team, either there's been a lot of poor performances, big mistakes. Obviously, we'll come into City's third goal in a minute because that obviously was a mistake. But I think generally today, which is strange to say, considering we conceded 3 goals, I got to give a shout out to some of our players, man. Casemiro, Varane, Delo. I think all 3 of them players especially played well today. Onana in goal yet again. A keeper conceding 3 goals. But honestly, boys, some of the saves he pulled up in the first half especially, the game could have been a lot different. We went in 1-0 up, right? And obviously, a bit lucky considering Haaland missed that sitter at half-time. But it could have been, 1-1 or 2-1 City before half-time. If Onana hadn't pulled up some of those big saves earlier in the half. So, yeah, I think he deserves a bit of credit today, considering how, inconsistent he's been for us this year. I think today, he had a decent game, and I think the defence in front of him and Casemiro played very, very well as well. But yeah, obviously City's class shown in the end. It was really the second goal. I mean, the third goal, whether you want to blame Amrabat for the bad touch, or whether you want to blame the pass into him, either way, you make a mistake, against the quality of Man City, in your own defensive third. Haaland ain't missing that, and that sealed the game off, right? So that was 3-1. And even if they didn't get that goal, I think that goal in many ways, which is sad to say, I think that goal was irrelevant. It was 2-1 already. Yes, there's always the chance. It was 8 minutes out of time. I think there was always the chance that we could have maybe nicked something back, but I think our players were dead on their feet, to be fair. You could see it. They were tired. That's what City do, man. That they, even if they don't score early against you, or even if there's no immediate goal in the game, they're tiring you out with the amount of passes they play. I think realistically, the second goal, I think most United fans knew from then on that, yes, we can dream of an equaliser here, but City were dominant. You watch some games, boys, and you're a goal down, and you think, right, we're going to be the team in the Ascenza here, and we're going to go, through the kitchen sink at this team, and try and get a draw, right? Not against City. City they're 2-1, and then it always looked like City were going to make it 3-1 rather than us making it 2-all. We just didn't have the ball possession. We just did not have the ball possession to do anything, effective with it. And obviously when City get the second goal, they know they're not going to leave themselves open to our counterattacks anymore. So, yeah, second goal, obviously I'll touch on that as well. And obviously City's second goal was took well by, yet again, Phil Foden, 2 on the day. Fair play, man. He's a quality player. City have many of those. Hurts me to say as a United fan. And yeah, as I say, his first one was incredible, but the second one wasn't bad either. It was a good, decent finish. And City go and win, man. 3-1. They're now just 1 point behind Liverpool. Obviously, it was a massive win for them because they needed that. They go to Liverpool next weekend. United fan, I'm gutted. As I said earlier, I said at the start of the video, boys, but the fact we got that early goal, it gave us something to hang on to, and I just prayed we could just get something from the game. Like a point today was brilliant for us, considering the circumstances and considering the opposition we're playing. Wasn't to be. Of course I'm frustrated, but you be realistic in these situations, don't you? And yeah, it's we know the way the game is going to plan out. It planned out like that. The only surprising thing was obviously that City didn't score first. Rashford goal, just incredible. As I said earlier, what a finish. The longer the game went on, I think that it was evident what the score was going to be and who's going to win. City just controlled it, as they usually do against pretty much every team they play. We barely got much possession in City's half. And even when we did, City pretty much shut it down after that. So, yeah, rough one. I'm still looking back at that Rashford chance, or the half chance, where he could have ran away and been one-on-one with the keeper, if he took a better touch. But you can't dwell on these things, can you? You can't dwell on them, but drop a comment down below in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of the game. Obviously, whether you're a City fan, United fan, or a neutral fan, FK Sports, we cater for all. Don't forget to smash that like button for us. It'll help this reaction video surface round more. And obviously, this is kind of my first reaction video straight after a match day that I've done. So obviously, I'm a United fan, so I'll do match reactions to United, but I can also do other teams as well if I watch a game. So whether that's Champions League football, Premier League football. So if you want to see more of these, boys, drop a comment down below and let me know on that as well, or smash a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Recently hit 250 subscribers on the channel. Absolute legends. Keep that running through. We're on the road to 300. Hope you've enjoyed, boys. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And yeah, do you know what? It's a predictable result. I said 2-1 before the game. Yeah, finished 3-1. So, got it, of course. A win today would have been amazing. And in Derby Day, you just hope that it'll be the rivalry would be a leveler. Despite City being amazing and us being very inconsistent, having a poor season. Well, it's never going to join the two together. It's never going to make us, be toe-to-toe with City. But I was hoping, more so than expecting, that we maybe we could get something from the game today, maybe a draw, but wasn't to be. Big thanks for watching, boys, and I'll see you all in the next one, man. Peace out.